Hello, welcome into Cleo. I'm going to be doing a message in the energy of Pluto. So we're going to look at what's transforming and what's going on in that area. If you're feeling particularly vulnerable, you know, Pluto's one of those energies. This reading could be exactly what you need, or, you know, you might have to be a little careful if you're feeling sensitive. Thank you all for your lovely messages, donations, your birthday wishes. Thank you to that person who told me happy birthday, noticing that I'm a Libra. I really appreciate you guys. And I'm going to zone into the energies now. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for blessing, guarding, protecting this reading. To any other being in the non-physical who moves in love and wishes to convey a message through me, I invite you in at this time for clear messages for my viewer. What does my viewer need to know about this Pluto energy? Okay, I'm going to leave the deck right there. And we're going to get a rune. See what this main energy is. Okay. What have we got? Okay, we've got Naudi's need. This rune's all about needing to do something, needing to change. It's about feeling like things couldn't possibly get any worse, but where are you going to go from here? So it's a harsh rune, and you know, the fact that it is a rune shows us that it's a point in life that everyone has to be faced with. It's like you get to that fork in the road, and are you going to take the left-hand path or the right-hand path, or are you going to go back, right? This is a junction we all come to. Now, we've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, so there could be this feeling of stagnation. There could be this feeling of not being sparked by anything, not being inspired by anything. But of course, with the Four of Cups, there are things that we may already be aware of that we possess within us that we're simply not using yet. Empress energy with the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Tower energy. I'm getting this energy here of someone who's been in a situation, maybe trying to get by, trying to do your best, but there's this energy of enough's enough. With the Tower, enough's enough. I've got to pick up my wand of power. I've got to use the currency, the divine energy that I have within me to create something that I would prefer, especially with the Empress showing up on the table. It could be that you feel alone with this Five of Pentacles. It could be that you feel you don't have the support that your mind is telling you you need. But what I'm getting here with the Empress is your spirit is so much more powerful than anything your mind could present to you. And I think maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's been too much listing of pros and cons. Maybe there's been too much mental energy and not enough spiritual energy. But I feel like it's coming. I feel like, you know, the elastic band, we can hang weights from it, and then we can add another weight and another weight. Eventually that band is going to snap. Eventually something's got to give here. Something's got to give. Let's have a look. What's this Four of Cups? Ace of Pentacles, which we've got here also. So your soul is, it's almost like your soul is screaming out for a fresh start. Not wanting to go back, but wanting something to present itself that is worthy of your gaze. Something that can hold your attention here. Wheel of Fortune. Something has to move. You've got to get this energy moved. Now, I'm getting this energy of I don't want to go back. I don't want to look at those things I've looked at before. I don't want to have to do that. So you're waiting for something new here. Two coins. This is looking to me like something's going to present itself. Something's going to pop up. Something nice and shiny and beautiful, because it has to. With the Empress energy coming out on the table, you have to be dealt with by the universe on the frequency that you hold. And you're a natural born creator is what I'm getting. You hold a lot of power within you, and I feel like maybe that's where the sense of boredom comes from. Because if you've been to multiple dimensions and different timelines, sometimes Earth can be a little boring. Sometimes it takes something more to get us sparked up and to get the cogs moving. But I'm getting that, you know, the wheel of life keeps turning whether we like it or not. It just depends. Are we going to get out ahead of it? Or are we going to get caught in the waves? Are we going to get dragged back by old momentum? Well, I'm getting no for you. There's no getting dragged back into old momentum. This is all about forward movement. The Lovers with the Empress. There's a pathway that's waiting for you to recognize it here. And it could be something you've previously overlooked. Something that maybe caught your eye. Something that you felt, you know, was fairly interesting. But maybe you didn't delve any deeper at the time. But I'm getting this is going to resurface. Something that will help you clarify by the way it makes you feel. Queen of Pentacles on top of the Five of Pentacles. So along with this Empress, there's so much growth on the table. This inner world that's just waiting to spill out, that's waiting to be used. Justice energy. What's fair to you here is to build abundance, is to build security. And I'm getting that something's going to catch your heart, something's going to move your emotions, so that you know which pathway to go on when it comes to creating this abundance, this sense of belonging. This could be you working from home. There's something about contracts with justice energy. Maybe something's ended for you, and maybe now the challenge is to build an independent stream of abundance. Ten of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands. We've got a lot of pentacles on the cards on the table right now. A lot of pentacles. An Ace of Wands is telling me that something's going to light up your path in a very powerful way. And this will be the pathway not just to abundance, but to a realm of living where there's a lovely harmonic flow. The Tree of Life energy with the Ten of Pentacles indicates something's going to light up. The branches are going to light up. This is about connectivity. This is about what you're ready to connect with and what you're not going to ever connect with ever again. So I feel like maybe your consciousness has been focused on what you don't want for quite a while. You know, keeping unwanted lovers away. And they can go hard, can't they? You know, for example, keeping away those energies that maybe think they can lure you back. But I'm getting that there's some momentum built up here. With all these pentacles, I'm getting this independent momentum that's taking you somewhere you belong. Yeah, something could have crumbled here with the Tower and the Five of Cups, because we've got the Five of Pentacles here. So this could be a relationship, a situation, some sort of contract ending. But what they're telling me is you learn a lot of things in this situation that you can now utilize to create your own garden of paradise on earth. This is about nurturing the inner world. Reminding yourself what you do have. Reminding yourself that you have the power of the universe at your service, essentially. But I feel like there is a distracting situation here. You may need a clean break from it. You may need to completely divert your focus in a new direction, because the Wheel of Fortune is like the ocean itself. You can't stop it moving. You can't stop the wheels of life turning. And I'm getting for you physical movement or psychological movement, new thoughts, new places, a new event. Something needs to interrupt the pattern of maybe feeling dejected, maybe feeling left out, maybe feeling disappointed or hurt or upset. This energy's been keeping you stagnant. It's been keeping you in the same old theatre of the mind. So this is about tuning yourself to a frequency where you can recognize what path is for you, because the path will feel good. It will light up your soul. But while you're looking back at these 3 cups spilled on the ground, you're not moving forward to the 2 cups. So they're telling me you're on a tightrope at the moment. You can't go back. You don't want to fall off either side. You've got no choice but to keep tiptoeing as gracefully as you can, as solidly and as stably as you can, till you get to the other side and find that sense of solidity again. re-owning your life, repurposing everything you've learned, everything you've become. It could feel like you've been in a situation of loss where you're like, oh, what? Is that it? What they're saying is, no, that's not it. You've collected a lot of data, but the emotions may be clouding your vision. You might not be seeing your full potential at the moment if you are stuck in feeling. But what I'm getting is this feeling's going to be purged. The wheels of your own chakra systems are constantly turning. And there are things we can do to get those chakra systems moving more quickly, right? Joy is a fast-moving energy. So I feel like you're going to unblock your own system from any potential stagnant energies. There's going to be an unblocking here and a breaking free, finding that passion again, finding that zest for life, feeling enthusiastic, because you can't lose something that's truly yours. But you can go on and move ahead to that which is truly yours, right? So they want someone to know you haven't lost anything and you've gained far more than you could possibly imagine. And once you tune to that Queen of Pentacles, Empress frequency, once you're looking ahead like the person walking on the tightrope, once you're balancing, once you're concentrating on putting one foot in front of the other, focusing on the task at hand, focusing in your now moment, it's going to release your psyche and give you this breakthrough moment, this bingo moment. Show me Ace of Pentacles. Did you want to come out? It's almost a Two of Pentacles then, but we've got the World here. So one cycle's ending so that a new one can begin. And it's funny, they're showing me her as, you know, one foot in front of the other, right? It almost is like she's walking on a rope here. 12:12 on my clock. I'm saying give up the ghosts, give up the fights you can't win, right? You wanna be going into an arena where you can actually win. And I feel like that's what someone needs to hear. You can still win. All of the best gifts are still ahead of you. The best is yet to come, because you become more and more and more. So let's say, for example, a relationship's ended. I know it's so easy to say all of the things that people say, but you're not back at the beginning, you know? You've learned a lot. You've gone through different emotional patterns and you've soaked up so much that maybe at the moment you're not recognizing, but you will in time. Say now moment, focus on the here and now. Hanged Man energy. This is about giving up the back and forth. This is about giving up those battles you can't win and submitting to the divine, which it gets you floating, you know? When we realize that we've got this entire universe serving our thoughts and our needs and our wishes, there's a feeling of relaxation with this Hanged Man. Of, oh, you know what? I'm going to give up fighting. I can't control it. Worrying about it doesn't work. Fighting it doesn't work. All I can do is submit to the higher powers and know that there's a big ecosystem out there. The world is still turning. If anything's guaranteed in this life, it's change. And you know, there are really positive energies on this table of someone finding their power, giving up fighting energies. Yeah. I feel like you've been dealing with energies that are always going to be sneaky, always going to be backstabbing or, you know, backhanded. Energies that are always going to be greedy around you. And I'm hearing energies that will never ascend. It's like you've been talking to people as if they're you. As if they care about goodness, as if they care about doing things right, as if they care about the divine. And I'm getting you've been dealing with energies, they don't care about the divine, but the divine cares about you. The divine wants you to put down the burden and find other forms of strength here. The strength of relaxing, the strength of flowing with your own higher nature, the strength of turning away from the world other people have created with their free will, with their deeds and their intent, that maybe they're trying to drag you into. But I'm getting, you do have the choice. You can turn the other cheek. You can look away. You can decide to give up the fight, right? And it's so relaxing when you do, you know. It's so relaxing when you decide, meditation is my time to connect with my inner world. Meditation is my time to connect with the divine. And you close the whole world out and you just sit, just you and the universe. That's the energy on this Hanged Man, of getting into that Zen-like state of being. Moving your head up into the sky, knowing you are immortal, knowing the best is always yet to come, because you've become so much more than you were through experience. Yeah, we've got fired up Ace of Wands on this Ace of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like someone's going to get fired up when they realize that something in their past wasn't the real thing anyway. There was sneakery involved. I'm hearing despicable, right? Someone you were dealing with was perhaps despicable. They burdened you. But I feel like, you know, you're heading straight towards soul family, soul group, the real ones. And that could be all the fire you need to know that. The Ace of Wands is full of divine power, but the Ace of Wands is also about knowing who and what you represent. So you're going to get a new idea about who you are, what you represent, the household or the house. And I don't mean that as in an actual physical house. I'm talking about the concept of the house you represent on a magical level. Something in your past taught you a lot, but it wasn't where you belonged. And I feel like this message might go into someone's soul on quite a succinct level, and they might be like, okay, the best is yet to come. That's the kind of energy I'm getting here. And in the next cycle, you're going to get some energies join you that let you know, yeah, this is where you belong. Yeah, this is who you are. Mind trap, escape. Eight of Spades, Jack of Spades. So something you were in that was a war could still be lingering. These energies could still be lingering. But you escaped something here. The mind creates reality. So whatever you got away from, you escaped stagnation. You escaped a dead end that would have gone around and around and around forever. And you've now freed yourself. You can move in any direction on the board now. Ace of Wands is all about freedom to choose, freedom to create. And with all this Empress power, I'm getting that something you didn't want to end, or something that's been a sticky ending, is actually a blessing, a huge blessing, because it's freed you up to move in any direction you want. Queen of Wands, fire portal. So I feel like any energies that are lurking around you, you know, the energies of disappointment perhaps, I feel like they're going to be burned up by this newfound zest for life. Pointing at what you want and knowing you can have it. Knowing where you belong also. There's info coming in for you. Emotional security here. Four of Hearts on the Ten of Pentacles. So there's somewhere you belong that's going to give you so much more emotional security. But I also feel like this is connected to your soul. This is connected to some sort of bloodline representation, some sort of spiritual representation. And you're going to get more information on this. This could come as a synchronicity. This could come in a dream. But the universe will make sure you know where you belong. Okay? Truth revealed with the Ten of Spades. So you know who someone is now. 1909 on my clock. A completion for you, a completion for them, but definitely the truth revealed. I'm getting, you were too good to be trapped in the situation you were in. They're saying you are required elsewhere, you are needed elsewhere, you are needed as part of your true spiritual family, who bring bathtubs of love instead of little thimbles. So much more loving. It's a whole new dimension for you to move into. Yeah, gliding smoothly into place, knowing where your heart belongs here. Birds of a feather flock together. So they're telling me to tell you to flow as much as possible at this time, to be in your now moment, because your mind's going to maybe try and pull you back. And because your mind's pulling you back into some sort of mind trap, it can't be on two channels at the same time. Your mind can't be looking back at a previous war or a previous situation that you escaped from and also be set to the dial of the Empress of following your heart. They're saying be very kind to yourself, because we've got the mouse energy here. I'm not surprised there's some defensive energies on the table. But there's something here about you really not indulging in the past, about you really keeping your eyes focused forwards, because it's a tightrope for you now. They want you to see it like that. Focus on you, yourself. You are precious. You survived something, and there's a lot of thriving coming to meet you. Empress energy. So much creation, but just a little bit of healing, a little bit of recalibration while something else drops off of your timeline. Submitting to God, meditating, giving yourself a sanctuary where you can feel like your mind is your own. This is about reclaiming the theater of your mind, reclaiming your fire, reclaiming yourself as important in this endless now moment. You're going to be around for eternity. So saying, let the past go. It's a blip to the universe. It's a blip on the radar. You've got bigger energies coming to match your creative power and to create something more beautiful with you. Okay, that's all I've got, baby. So I hope this has helped somebody. Lots of love. Mwah.